Now this question says to use graphing technology to solve. So if you're going to use your graphing calculator to solve this one, what you can do is put one side of your equation into y1 and the other side into y2. So we've done questions like that before. So to go to your y equals, we can clear out or any other graphs that you might have in there. So on the one side, we're going to put the square root of 3x plus 2. And in y2, we're going to put negative 6 plus x. I'm going to go zoom and 6 to a standard window and see if everything shows up nicely here. We might have to change our window if the two graphs don't intersect, which they don't on our picture. So I need to see more to the right, so I can go to my window here, and instead of going up to 10, I could go up to 20. Graph again, see if that's enough to see my two graphs intersect. And it is. So now we could go and calculate number 5. Where do they intersect? Push enter on the first curve, enter on the second curve, enter when it says guess. And they intersect when x is 12.2. And that's how you would solve this one with technology. So it said use graphing technology, so you were allowed to do this. Question for practice is number 9. I am going to go over briefly how you would have solved this algebraically last year. You had these questions last year. How do you solve them algebraically? Well, how do you get rid of a square root? Square root both sides. Now, when I square root both sides, can you see that the left side will be 3x plus 2? And the right side, when you square it, will be 36 minus 12x, because you'd have to FOIL this, right? It's not just 36 plus x squared. You'd have to FOIL it out. You're going to get 36 minus 12x squared, 12x plus x squared. How do you solve this kind of equation? It's quadratic. You make one side equal to 0. So I get x squared minus 15x plus 34. Now, since we already know that the answer is 12.2, and that answer was not a nice looking number, that's telling us that this can't be factored. You might look at this and say, ooh, 17 and 2 make 34, but you can never get negative 15. So the only way you could solve this is with your quadratic formula. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2a, and this will give you two answers. One of them would be 12.2. The other one would probably be a negative number or something that doesn't work when you plug it back into the original equation. So that's why there's only one answer of 12.2. So the algebraic way when solving a square root equation is squaring both sides. That's something you did last year in grade 11. The calculator way, which is in this case is quite easy, is plugging one into y1, the other into y2, and then solving from there.